Hello and welcome back to Eclipse RP. So today, as I said in the last video, if you had watched that, I'm going to be going over all of the basic starting jobs when you get new to the city or server. This first one I'm going to start off with is actually the Courier HQ, which is just mail delivery, I believe. And then we're also going to test out the taxi, Cabco or whatever. Trucking, I don't think we're actually going to do because they changed it. I'll show you guys, I'll check it out to show you what I mean by it, but with a trucker's job now, I think you get orders from general stores, and only when there's orders for general stores you can actually make money with that job. It's a little bit less, consistent for making money, so I might be checking it out depending on how many people are on right now. There's a decent amount. It's usually around the normal number, but usually if there's a lot of people doing a trucking job, it's really hard to get some offers or orders for it. So other jobs we're going to be going over is the, I believe, what is this called? Yeah, the money transporter job as well, and I think that's LSPD. Garbage disposal as well, and I think that's it. So postal, cab, money transporter, and then I think garbage are like the four main starting jobs, if I'm not wrong, hopefully. But I'm pretty sure these are like the four main ones that you can get to really easily, where you don't actually have to apply online or anything, where you can just go up to it and start the job. I went over mining in the last video, and if you want to see how much money you make per job, I'm going to put a timestamp right now to where you're going to see that. But if you want to see how to get each job and which one's kind of the easiest and what you do on each one and how to perform it the best in the most efficient way, keep watching. But if you want to just see how much money you make per job, I'm going to put a timestamp in the description to where that is. I think that's pretty much all of the basic jobs. They just add this club as well, which we might check that out later. But for now, I'm just going to go over all the basic jobs, and I'll get back to you once we get to the postal center. Oh, I'm also going to go over fishing. Forgot about that one. But you do have to buy a fishing rod for that, and I think it's 1K or 2K for that. So you do have to have an initial cost, but it's definitely worth it. So we're going to go over to the postal center and start working over there and see how much money we can make in a half an hour. And I'm going to test out each job for half hour, see how much money we can make, potentially. I'm also really trying to get a new car because this car is horrible. Very slow, not the best handling. It's okay for like a drift car, but that's about it. So I'm going to head over to the postal center, start working on that, and I'll catch up with you guys when we get there. Alright, we just got to the Courier HQ, so hopefully our car doesn't get stolen over here. I think we're the least expensive one, hopefully. Let's put this bag back in the car, actually. So we're going to go over to here. I think we just hit E on this, or at least it should, a Y. Alright, so, oh wait, we still have the mining job, I'm pretty sure. Yep, let's resign from our old job and start this one. And then we hit Y, and boom. So with this job, I think you just drive from location to location and you drop off the boxes at each one. I think you get paid depending on how far away the locations are and how many packages. I think what it is. But so I'm gonna go do this for half an hour and come back to you guys, see how much money we've made. If I look at my money right now, so I have no pocket money and the salary. I'm gonna actually go grab my salary, I think, before I do the rest of this, just to show you guys how much money you do make from it. Actually no, we can just remember the 13,000, and then if I get welfare in between, I'll remember that. But first of all, these things are really slow, so that kind of limits how fast you can get a lot of this stuff done. But as long as you're not going up too many hills, you're gonna be pretty alright. There's a cop, so let's not get pulled over. But I'm gonna go deliver these first packages. I'll catch up to you guys when we're there to show you guys how you do it, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so we just got to our first destination. So we're gonna stop by, and then all you have to do is from the back of the truck hit E and go up to the door. If it's gonna, okay, I guess we have to climb over the door and then hit E again, and then we need to keep delivering them. Can we open these? Okay, this is gonna be a little bit annoying, but it's fine. So we're gonna deliver these 3, and then I forget how much money you get. Sometimes it's kind of weird grabbing them out of the back, but if you just run out the back and hit E, you should be able to get out most of the time. Sometimes it's a little glitchy, but if that happens, just move your car a bit and get it again. It should work fine. Again, it didn't take too long to get here. It's been about 4 minutes, I would say. So I'm just gonna show you guys this first delivery and show you guys how much you make from this. I think it was around 2 kilometers away, if I remember correctly. So for 2 kilometers away and 4 packages, it looks like we're gonna be getting $308. Now does that go into our? That does go into our salary. So I'm just gonna remember all the money that I make from this, and I'm gonna go do this for half an hour, and then catch up with you guys then, and see how much money we've made in that half an hour doing the postal job, and then we can move on to the next one, which the next one I think we're going to be doing is the money transporter, which I've done a couple times before, and it does seem to make decent money. So I'm gonna go do this for another 25 minutes. So we just did 5 minutes of it, and see how much money we make, and catch up with you then. So I'll see you soon. Alright, also just wanted to let you guys know real quick that after you deliver a certain amount of boxes, you're gonna have to actually refill at the HQ. Is that? No, never mind. I thought there was a cop over there. So after a certain amount of boxes, you actually have to re-up at the HQ. So hopefully, I think my car was actually getting broken into. Hoping I did call the cops. Hopefully, yeah, my car's still here. All right, sweet. So we just go there and you refill it, and then you can go do more. But just wanted to let you guys know that, just in case. So I'm gonna go keep delivering these for another, I think I have 17 minutes left, and then see how much money we make, and I'll be back again. Just wanted to give you guys a quick tip that you do have to actually refill the postal truck after a couple deliveries. Alright, so I just finished up the last delivery. For this segment, it's been exactly about a half an hour. So I'm going to go head back to the Courier HQ and swap out into the car so we can go start the money transport job. So the amount I made from the half hour was $2,394, which is really not that great. I mean, I haven't done too much of the other starter jobs, but so far this one seems to be pretty bad. There's quite a few reasons, starting off with the actual truck itself is very, very slow, and going up hills is a big pain. It just takes literally forever to get it to actually start moving up hills. Another big problem I found with this is that it doesn't account for vertical distance. So some of the places I had to actually deliver packages to were pretty high up in like apartments and stuff, so you would have to run up multiple flights of stairs, deliver the package, run back down, grab another package, run all the way back up, deliver it. So that added in a lot of extra time, and the money that you get per distance, because I'm pretty sure that's how it pays, is the greater distance and more boxes, I believe, is more money. But it doesn't account for the vertical stuff on apartments or like bigger buildings and stuff like that, or places that you actually can't bring the truck to. So it doesn't really account for that, so it does take a little bit extra time, and especially if you're running up and down, it wastes a ton of time doing this. So that's another big disadvantage. Also, the truck, again, it's slow, and the handling is just horrible on it. I mean, you can't really expect too much, but it's just absolutely horrible trying to drive anywhere. But that's pretty much it for this job. Again, we made around $2,400. So you can make about, I'd say, almost $5,000 an hour, which is not really that great. We're gonna go quickly. Let's quickly return this vehicle. If you want to quit the job, I'm pretty sure it's /return vehicle, and then you just have to do /quit job, and then of course hit F2, and then hit yes. And then you can go grab, I'm going to go grab my car, and we're going to go over to, this guy's trying to pick lock, nice. Let's make sure our bag's still in here. Yeah, it is, okay. That guy was trying to steal that guy's car. So we're going to go run over to the money carrier job, or the money transporter, I believe it's called, right? Let me see the icons. Yeah, money transporter job. We're going to head over there, start doing that job, and see how much we can make from that in a half hour. I think I've done it a couple times before, and pretty sure just from doing the postal job for a little bit it makes more money, and the postal job is just so slow and boring. It's not really great at all. So we're gonna go over to the money transporter job, and I'll see you actually, what is this? What the fuck happened here?
My friend didn't make it.
Oh, okay. Alright then, we're gonna go head over to the Oh, is that a call? To the money transporter job? No, it's not. We're gonna go head over to the money transporter job and start that up. I'm gonna show you how you start it, and I'll be there in a second. Alright, so even though on the map it shows you to go down there, you actually have to go all the way over to here, get up onto the highway, and then, well, actually I don't know if this is the highway, but you're gonna want to get up to here and go all the way over to this side of the building, and then you should be able to go up there to the depository and start your job. So you're just gonna run up over here, hit Y, and then you're gonna have to go back down. So I recommend probably having a vehicle up here, not leaving it down there. One second, let me unlock this. So then you want to go back into your vehicle and go back down. What's the best way? Probably this way. To actually grab the money transport vehicle, which is right down here. And then when you are done, again, you just do /return vehicle around the same place that you pick it up, and then you'll be able to quit your job after if you want to move on to a different one. But let's just get over here. Alright, so once you get over here, I recommend just parking your car somewhere where people... it's kind of hard not to get it stolen here just because it's kind of out and open, but if you can find a place to park it that's a little bit more secure, I guess you can do that. But for now, I don't really care too much about this car. It does have a bag in it, but I'm not really too worried. So actually, you know, I'm going to grab the bag out of it so we don't get that stolen if our car gets stolen. And then what you want to do is just run over here, hit Y, and boom, you have your car. And I used to go to a couple different destinations. So I'm going to start heading to those, and once we get to the first one, I'm going to show you how you do it again, and then I'm going to do the rest on my own and tell you guys how much you make per half hour and then per hour. So I'm going to go over to the first destination, and I'll see you then. Alright, so we just got to the first destination, which is the bank. So wait, can I lock this? Okay. So, same as the money transporter job, you're just going to want to go grab the money bags by hitting E. And then when you run in, instead of just dropping it off, you're going to hit Y and it will service it. And then that's pretty much it. So it's pretty easy. We're going to go do the rest of them, or another one, or I guess more, for the next half hour. Whoops. So we're going to go do more for the next half hour and see how much money we can make in that time. And I'll be back with you guys soon. Well, we're getting robbed again. I don't know why, but they decided to rob a guy just doing his job. It's cool. I don't got any money, man. I wouldn't be doing this job if I had money. They're gonna take my fucking bag, I know it. Fuck. Well, there goes my bag. Yeah, fuck. And my food. Fuck, dude. Literally, it's ridiculous how much people get robbed in this. Like, there's just no way to do anything. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, well, we can actually put our hands down. There we go. God damn it, this is annoying. Will it still let me service it now? Or did it just glitch it? Never mind, it worked. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep doing this. And I'll get back to you soon. Alright, so I just finished my last delivery. It's been about a half hour now. And I've made around, let me check, $4,200, which is already a lot better than the Courier. There's actually quite a couple things about this that make it a lot better. So right now, I was not paying attention to the map, but right now, I have to go back to get more bags because you do run out of bags. But again, this took me, I would say, probably 6 or 7 deliveries. So you can do a lot more deliveries than you can with the Courier. They pay most of the time, it seems like, a lot more, and you also only have to do one thing per. Like you only have to service the ATM once. You don't have to grab multiple bags like you did with the Courier. So again, there's like a ton of advantages for this over the postman job. The actual vehicle itself is also a lot better. Better at hills, better in general, top speed. It's just a lot better all overall. And as well, you can make a lot more money from this than the postal, at least in my experience. Now, again, I was saying that I have to go back to refill, but it's a lot. I think when I was doing the postal job, I had to refill twice within half an hour. And this one, I just finished the end of the half hour, and now I have to refill. So you have to refill a lot less often, so you get a lot more driving. And if you do get driving that's way far across the city, or across the whole entire state, or whatever it is, you make a lot more money from it, obviously. The more distance, the better. The Courier, it seemed like a lot of them were kind of close, so you'd be doing a lot of work for not a lot of money. But with the money transporter job, you have to transport stuff pretty far across, but you do get a decent amount of money per transport, especially if it's over like 4 or 5 miles. You get around, I would say, 500 to 700 per trip. So overall, a lot better than the Courier. I think now we're going to go over to the garbage one, which I've actually never done that job, so I'm going to see how much money you make from that. But so far, it's looking like the money transporter is going to be one of the best starting jobs in the Eclipse server, just because of how easy it is and how much money you can make in a decent amount of time. I mean, 4,200, decent if you keep doing it like over and over again. You can definitely make a lot of money. I actually highly recommend this, just because it's a pretty easy starting job. You don't really have to focus too much. You can have Netflix or YouTube, whatever, playing if you have a second monitor, or listening to music or whatever while you're doing it. Don't really have to focus too much. I did get robbed once while I was doing it, so that's always a risk, but that's with almost any job you're gonna get robbed. This one, you're just more out in the wilderness and out in kind of like middle of nowhere, north side of the map, so you're a little bit more higher chance to get robbed out there, but most of the time it's pretty fine. So we're gonna go return this vehicle right now. Return vehicle. And see, if you just saw for a second there, I did get the next one I would have done was about 6.6 miles away, so that would give me a good amount of money again. So again, money Courier job, a lot better. Let's actually quit it right now before we do anything else. Alright, so we're gonna go check out the garbage, I think it's called. What is it called? Garbage disposal, I believe. Yeah, garbage job. So we're gonna go over there, check it out, and see how much money we can make from that. Again, so far it's looking like the money transporter is gonna make you the most amount of money in the easiest way possible. But we're gonna go check out the garbage one, and then I think after that, I think we're gonna go check out fishing. And then I decided I'm gonna make a whole entire video on a taxi, just because you can have some pretty fun experiences in that. I don't believe you actually make a lot of money, but the people you pick up and what happens while you're driving is pretty interesting. So I wanted to make a whole video on cab driving. But we're going to go check out this garbage job, then fishing, and then we're going to see which starting job is going to be making you the most money in Los Santos on this Eclipse server. So I'm going to go over to the garbage job again and see you guys soon. Alright. So we just made it to the garbage job. We're gonna go park our car over here. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. Let's lock that up. And let's go grab this job. Now again, I haven't done this job yet, so I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do. I think use the garbage bag to pick up trash. You can find trash you need to be picked up by truck black blips located on your map. Alright, is there a way to get up? There it is. So I guess, oh geez, so you go to these things and pick the trash up. This thing's pretty easy. Just see how much money we make. So let's go to the first one, test it out. I'll see you guys when I get there, because I have no idea how long. Alright, this thing's actually not that slow, but I'll see you guys in a second. We're gonna go right over there and see how much money we make from one bag, because I have no idea how it actually works, but it doesn't look too difficult, so I'll see you in a second. Alright, we just got to the first one. Let's pull in here. See how this works. Alright, now I was saying that I think I just go over to it and hit E. I think that's all I have to do. Yep, and then do I just put it back in here? Okay. Now I don't know exactly how many you're supposed to get. I'm guessing it eventually tells you when it's filled up, and then you have to drive it back. So I'm gonna go fill it up, drive it back, and then we're gonna do the half hour of farming it and see how much money we make. But let me go fill this truck up and bring it back, and I'll see you soon. Alright, just a quick little update. I didn't actually see it before, but it looks like you're supposed to hold 10 of them and then drive them back. So it's like with most jobs, it seems to be 10 is kind of the number for everything. But again, oh, what is this actually? Warehouse. I've never actually seen these before. So 1.4 million for a warehouse. Damn, these are pretty expensive. Oh wait, what is this? Alright, that's 1.1 million. Damn, those are expensive. But we're gonna go collect the rest. We're gonna get up to 10. Again, you can collect 10 at a time, and then I believe you have to deliver them back, and then we'll see how much money you get per 10. So I will see you shortly. I just wanted to let you guys know that it is 10 as the max, and which is kind of the max if it seems all of the vehicle jobs so far. So we're gonna go collect the rest and see you soon. Alright, so I just filled it up, so now I'm gonna head back to the dump to dump it off, and we're gonna see how much money you make from one 10 trash run, since that is the limit, and I think you can't even drop it off if it's less than that. So this job, I think I'm just gonna be able to time out, like, it's kind of hard to time it out because I think the locations where you have to pick up the trash are random each time. So I think I might just do it by each 10 trash collected. And I think it takes about, I would say like average 5 to 10 minutes is what I would say. It doesn't take too long. But again, the trash, I think when you get the job, is randomly put around. Let's see how hard it is to, oh, just slash unload. It's pretty easy. So let's see how much we make from one run. You're not at the landfill. Alright, a little bit back. $600. Alright, $600 is not too horrible for, I'd say, 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how far away they are. And there's also spots like this that are really congested, where there's a lot of them where you can just run around and do it pretty fast. Same with this and stuff like that. Let me go quit the job and then redo it and see if the trash locations are actually updated each time you grab the job and are random. Let's go see that real quick. Let's return the vehicle real quick. Return vehicle. Actually, yeah, return vehicle. And let's see. So it's like that. So it looks like most of them are around here and then up here, and there's no more over here. And then if we quit the job and then start it again, let's see where they spawn. Alright, yeah, so they are consistent, I'm pretty sure. So there's no way to kind of like exploit that by starting and stopping the job and going to short places. So it looks like it is kind of, the more you do the job, the slower it is. I think I'm going to do another run to over here and see if you get more money from farther away locations. So I'm going to do that real quick and come back to it after. If it is the same amount of money though, I think I'm just going to keep it as like 5 to 10 minutes per run and then do the math to see how much money you would make in an hour or half hour. So we're going to do this one more run and then come back and see if you get more money for trash that is a lot farther away. So we'll be back in 1 second. Alright, I just grabbed another 10 from far away. See if you can make any money from it, and if it's just 600 every time. Yeah, it looks like it's 600 every time per bag, or per 10 bags, and that run took about 5 minutes. So again, it takes about 5, I'd say 10 at the most if you're going really far away. Per run, you get about 600 per run. So right now on screen, I'm going to show you how much money you would make about an hour. Again, this job I don't think is the best. It's probably the most labor intensive because you have to drive there to the different locations, get out of the car, grab the trash, bring it back, keep doing that, and then you have to drive more to different locations again, and then once you're filled up, you have to drive all the way back here. So it is pretty labor intensive. It's not one where you can, I mean, you kind of can just relax, but you do have to do a lot of other stuff than just drive around and deliver one every once in a while. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's alright. I feel like you can make a decent amount, but it's just kind of a pain having to get all 10, because you can only carry one at a time as well. So it does take a while to get those 10, especially if they're spread out. But I think it's an alright job. Now I think we're going to go test out fishing. So I'm going to go to a general store. I think we're going to pick up a bag since the other one got robbed, because bags really do help a lot with fishing, and see as well how much a fishing pole costs, because with fishing you're gonna have an upfront cost of that fishing pole no matter what. But let's go to a general store real quick and see how much it costs, because I believe they don't sell them at every location. I think I checked there before and they weren't selling them there. Where else can we go? Let's go to this one and see if they have it. So I'll catch up with you in a second. We're going to see how much a fishing pole costs, and we're also going to pick up a bag so we can carry more fish, which I highly recommend if you're going to be doing it for a while. So I will see you soon. Alright, just got to another general store. Let's see if they have fishing poles, because some of them I know don't carry them. Let's see if they do. They should. Campfire, jerry can bag. Do they really not care? Fishing rod. Alright, so it's $1,850. I think the prices may vary a little bit per store. That's looking what it's going to be. We're also going to pick up a duffel bag for almost $3 grand. Alright, so I'm going to go get to a fishing spot, which you can literally go to any body of water. This one, although it does have some people that stay around it, since it's kind of the closest one to where you can sell it. So I recommend going somewhere else, like along the shore, or even to this one. But again, it's pretty risky going over here because it seems like a lot of gangs go over there to do mass fishing and stuff like that. So just gotta watch out for them. The dock is alright, although it's pretty easy to get robbed there. So we're gonna go to a fishing spot. I think we're gonna go over here because it's a pretty safe one, considering that it's not too close to the fishing drop-off point, because most people who are just gonna be farming it are gonna go here, and again, there's a lot of robberies that happen there. So we're gonna go over here where there shouldn't be too many people, and I'm gonna show you how to fish, and then again how much you could probably make within an hour if you do it consistently. It's not too complicated to fish. I'll show you once we get there, but you do have to pay attention a decent amount. You can still kind of just watch something on your second monitor. There's not too much attention needed. So we're gonna get over there and I'm gonna explain how you do it and the best ways to do it to make the most profit, and I will see you in a second. Alright, so we just got to the fishing spot. I think a good spot is here, because if we go down here, what you can do is set up your car so you can literally just get in and drive away, because if someone sees you fishing, they might try and rob you. Sorry about that. So if you have your car parked and ready to go, you're pretty much set. So we're gonna lock that and head over here. Now let's start fishing. I think I have to use a right click, and okay, so they did change it. You have to be near the water source, and then you have to right click it in your inventory and hit use, and then it should start fishing. Sometimes it's a little glitchy. You might have to move around a bit, but once you get to a good point, you should be able to keep using it at that same spot. See, it's a little glitchy. Sometimes it doesn't recognize the water. Might have to move around a bit. But what's nice about this spot is that you can see pretty much anyone coming from almost any direction. You have a pretty good amount of time to get up and leave if you need to. Let's see if it works over here. No, I think we have to go over by the big... Yeah. Alright, let's go over here, and we should be able to here, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so when you're fishing, you just, again, hit I to access your inventory. Right click on the fishing rod and hit use, and then you'll start fishing, and eventually a sound will come, or it should also say at the top that you have have a fish on your line, and then you just want to hit K, it will reel it in, and then you get a fish. And then once you either fill up your inventory or feel like going back to sell them, you can go to the fish market and we'll drop them off there, which I'll show you later. But I'm going to show you guys just the first catch to show you kind of how it's done, and then I'm going to spend another half hour fishing and then see how much money we can make from this. Again, this is a really good method if you want to just kind of chill and listen to music or watch Netflix or YouTube or something while you're doing it, because you don't really have to do too much, especially if you have a second monitor. So at the top I just said you feel a fish on your line but it swam away. So that happens every once in a while. You really don't have to do anything else when that happens. It's just kind of, I think it's just a random message that pops up sometimes. But when you do get a fish on your line, it should say like hit K to reel it in or something like that. And then you reel it in and you got the fish again. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to cut back once we do have a fish on our line, and I'll see you then. Alright, we just got a fish, so we're going to hit K, reel it in, and then... wait for it. Alright, then we just got our first fish. I think it goes by the volume. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the fish don't actually stack. So that's why I brought the bag, so you can also hold extra. And if it does have just weight, because they might have changed it. Oh, wait, there's someone over there. Yeah, it should be fine. But if it does have weight and they change it, the bag also helps either way. So I'm going to go do this for about a half hour, and then we're going to go sell the fish and see how much we can make in that amount of time, and then of course how much you can make over an hour. So I'm going to start fishing now, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just finished up. We ended up getting 5, and then in here we have another 14. So definitely the bag does come in handy, because if you don't have the bag you kind of have to keep doing trips back and forth. But we're going to go to the fishing drop-off point and drop it off and see how much money we can make. So I will see you soon. So again, the fishing drop-off point right next to the bank and the courier, and in between the, what is it called again? What is this place called? Tequila. So it's right there. Not too much of a drive from here. Again, this is a pretty safe spot. The other car I did see over there, I believe it's just actually in the water. Yeah, it just got crashed in the water. Never mind. Alright, so there wasn't even anyone here at all the whole entire time I've been fishing for about half hour. So it's a pretty safe spot. Again, if you want to come fish here, I recommend it. That shore is also pretty good. So what I figured out is that if you go onto the edge of that shore right there, you can just fish off of it into the deeper ocean. You have to make sure your player is looking at the larger body of water, and it should let you, like most of the time. If not, you just move a couple steps, try it again. It's a little finicky sometimes, but it should work most of the time, and once you find a good spot where it is working, it should work there for the rest of the time you're fishing. That's pretty much it. So we're gonna go over to the fishing drop-off point, drop off our fish, and see how much money we can make. Alright, we just got to the fishing drop-off point. Let's go drop this stuff off and see how much we make. Alright. Lock that, make sure it's locked. Alright, let's drop off our first amount of fish, which should be just 4 or 5. 5, so let's, oh, it's just Y. Alright, so for 5 kilograms of fish, which is just 5 fish, we got about $1,000. And now let's drop this, pick up the rest from it, and then drop that, and, oh wait, not drop it, whoops. Pick that up again, whoops, and we should just hit Y to sell. So we made around $3,000, 3,500, which is not right now. Yeah, around 3,700. So not too bad. That's about a half hour, so you can easily make 7 or 8K per run. And if you do just want to AFK, well, not really AFK, but pretty much just AFK for like an hour or so, when you have a car that can hold a decent amount and a bag or two, you should be pretty well set off. It's not the best way to make money, but it's the least intensive way. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for this video. In conclusion, for the whole entire thing, I don't really recommend the postal job at all. It's kind of tedious, you don't make a lot of money from it, and the vehicle you have to use kind of sucks. So definitely not the job I would recommend starting off with. Next, the money transporter job is probably, out of all the jobs, the best one to do starting off, because one, it's pretty easy. You just drive around, drop off package, or drop off money, or service ATMs, I mean, and that's pretty much all you have to do. I mean, you do have to go back to the HQ every 10 runs, I believe it is. Yeah, it's every 10 runs. It's not too bad. Probably takes you about like a half hour to do 10 runs anyways. So it's not bad at all. Next, the garbage, I guess. That's probably one of my least recommended ones next to the postal service, because you have to go around, like you have to first of all drive the thing, which is pretty, like, it's not the best thing to drive around. It's not very fast at all, as you would assume with a garbage truck, but it's kind of worth it if you're able to quickly like do some ones that are close to the place where you get the job. Other than that, not really worth it, because the more you do, the longer it takes. You have to keep going out further and further, although I do believe that the trash things do reset every once in a while. But other than that, fishing or the money transporter, I would definitely recommend. I'm going to put up about how much money you can make per hour per job right now. Probably, again, the fishing, if you want to kind of do something AFK, I would recommend that, where you can kind of just watch Netflix or whatever you want to do. I recommend definitely the fishing one. If you're looking for something where you still don't really have to do too much, but you still have to drive around and actually be like doing something, which is a little bit more entertaining than just sitting, hitting I, using the fishing rod and hitting K to reel it in, and then selling it after a while, I would recommend the money transporter. So I think that's going to be about it for this video. Again, if you're coming new to the server or city, I would definitely recommend doing either fishing if you kind of just want to chill, watch Netflix or something, or the money transporter job if you want to kind of drive around and actually be doing something while you're making money. That's going to be about it. This video did take quite a long time to make, just since I had to do about a half hour per job, and then of course had to do the transport in between there. So if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next video.